What's up YouTube? Welcome back to another video. This is Tessa5th, and for today's video we are going to be talking about how Ubisoft decided to reverse time 3 days ago by coming out with a statement and pretty much telling us that the remake for Prince of Persia has been delayed as it is now changing hands and being given back to, I believe, Ubisoft Montreal. So back on May 3rd, the official Prince of Persia Sands of Time Twitter account released a statement stating the development of Prince of Persia The Sands of Time remake will now be led by Microsoft Montreal, the very birthplace of the epic Sands of Time trilogy. This decision is an important step in the team, building upon the work achieved by Ubisoft Pune and Ubisoft Mumbai. Will now take the time they need to regroup on the scope of the game to deliver you the best experience for this remake of an all-time classic when it's ready. Now I will say that this update does kind of have me worried a little bit, because when I think of Ubisoft, only one game comes to my mind, and that's Just Dance, gonna be okay. If it's not Just Dance or Assassin's Creed, I'm a little worried, but I will say this particular update has me concerned because of the fact that when it comes to Ubisoft, I don't really tend to put a lot of faith in them, but I do think that when it comes to Prince of Persia, they do want to do right by the game. And if anything, it sounds like this delay might be because of the fact that with these other remakes that have been coming out from various other companies, one I know I can use for sure as like a very grand example of a remake that is, depending on who you ask, done right, is Final Fantasy VII Remake. Looking at that as a particular example of the few other remakes that have been coming out and been putting their own unique spin on these classic games, it would not surprise me if Ubisoft has realized throughout the development of the Prince of Persia Sands of Time remake that, well, the shit's basic. For all we know, they might just be delaying this game because they actually wanted to be on a much higher grand scale than what it initially started off as. We don't know what the budget overall has been for Sands of Time, but like, who knows? Maybe the Sands of Time remake has us not only running on walls, but it also gives us a jetpack. Regardless, I'm going to make my future self ashamed within the next year or two and possibly put a little teeny mustard seed of fate into Ubisoft into delivering a pretty good remake for Prince of Persia Sands of Time. I mean, like a little. I mean, like you can barely see it with your eyeball. Though if you ask me, I really don't think there should be much difficulty in remaking a Prince of Persia game. If you think about the fact that, well, Assassin's Creed initially started off as another Prince of Persia game. So who knows, maybe the real reason for this game being delayed has to do with Ubisoft having a change of heart and putting in more than they wanted to put in initially. But that's gonna wrap up this video. If you enjoyed this video, or if you'd like to see some of the Yakuza Like a Dragon gameplay that I've started, please make sure to subscribe and click on the notification bells. And until the next video, oh my god, this is my favorite part. Okay, you wanna do it with me? Okay, let's do it together. Stay safe, stay healthy, and peace.